Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I will ask all and those who are able to rise for the laying of the memorial wreaths, and I will announce each organization as they enter. Veterans of Foreign War Post 261. Veterans of Foreign War, VFW Post 908. The American Legion Department of Indiana. Indianapolis Metropolitan Military Honor Guard. Vets for Vets. Rolling Thunder. American Legion Post 276. And last but certainly not least, the Vietnam Veterans of America, Samuel Davis, Chapter 295.
Earlier today, I was reading in the Torah, the Bible, from the book of Numbers, Behalatecha, which talks about lighting a light for God and not letting that light go out. I believe this afternoon we are lighting a light that will never go out. And this is a light to honor very special people. And we've come here in their name and God's name to make this a very special time and place.
We thank you particularly for this wall before us, for it is no ordinary wall. It's so much more than simple panels and its collection of more than 58,000 names. This wall is more than an assembly of names. It's more than a simple historical monument. It's even more than the visual experience and the emotions that it will evoke. This wall is a spiritual home of memories.
Each and every name had a story to tell, and it was cut short. They were not able to tell it. But you could point at any name on there, someone you know or somebody you don't know. So many people are affected by this. And that is why it is so emotional for us to be here. And it's something you can't say, oh, I've been to the wall, I've seen it. No, it doesn't work that way. You get the same feeling every time you see it, every time. And if you just go by and just see it like this, you haven't seen it. You've got to be there, you've got to feel it.
We come to remember those of our comrades who have fallen. We come to reflect on their lives, their service, their dedication to their country. As your son reminded us, no greater love is this than to lay down their life for their friends. Some of us came back with physical scars, injuries, and missing parts of our bodies. Some of us came back with invisible wounds and scars and missing parts of our respect of humanity. Some of us are still having nightmares and jump at loud sounds behind us. Some of us are slowly dying because of chemicals like Agent Orange that were used while we were there. Some of us still hear the screams of baby killer and child burner. And remember that being spat on or worse thing has been returning. Some of us are still hiding the fact that we were there and not getting the help we need for our families to understand why we are the way we are. However, through your spiritual help, the love and support of families and loved ones, we are healing. We have begun to realize that we were America's best at the time and are not ashamed of our military service. Many of us have begun the process of forgiving others on how we were treated upon return. Also, God, help us to forgive ourselves for things we wish we had not seen or experienced as soldiers.
I'm so proud for my city to be able to host this wall for this brief period of time. This city of Lawrence has a long and storied history of being associated with the military, and this is one more step in that direction to be able to have this.
This day is called the Feast of Crispian. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named and rouse him at the name of Crispian. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispian shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile. This day shall gentle his condition, And gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whilst any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's Day.
Now, our country in the past has made a special effort to recognize the service provided to the country during specific conflicts at their 50th anniversary. We've taken the opportunity to recognize those from World War II and Korea, and it's now Vietnam's turn.
I thought for a long time about what I would say today. What could I possibly say to honor these men and women named on the traveling wall? What could I possibly say to welcome home the men and women who were never welcomed home? There's a very touching lithograph that has to do with the wall. Perhaps you've seen it. There's a man leaning on the wall, his hand raised, obviously grieving the loss of his buddies. Through the reflection of the wall comes a group of GIs, ghostly figures in combat gear. One of them has his hand touching the civilian's hand. The message they convey to him is, I think, it's okay. Don't feel guilty. Remember us. Grieve for us. But most importantly, live for us. It just wasn't your time. By being here today, we honor these people whose names appear on this wall. But I would suggest to you that you can do more to honor them and welcome home our Vietnam veterans with two simple words. Thank you. We all did our duty. Some of us came back, and some of us didn't. Don't wait till Memorial Day or Veterans Day to do it. By then it may be too late.
Quentin Ripator Beecher.
Still missing, sir.
Stephen Eugene Briner.
Still missing, sir.
Harry Franklin Carver.
Still missing, sir.
Charles Dennis Chamon.
Still missing, sir.